We are playing a game called Locked, which is a short visual novel game. Hopefully we should finish it within the hour, as long as me and chat don't get too distracted. You can blame chat for feet as a thumbnail. I refuse. I refuse to make feet as a thumbnail. But who's to blame for double survived these nuts? I couldn't think of anything better, okay? I couldn't think of anything better, okay? It's hard. It's not easy being squeezy, okay? Cat game. More feet thumbnail, anyone? What cat game? Yeah? Feet thumbnails. No. No feet thumbnails. No. No. Alright, here we go. For a man, many prefer what he can do to what he cannot do. Where does "it ain't easy being squeezy" even come from? I don't know, actually. It ain't easy being squeezy. Where is this from? I've said it, but I don't actually know it. Oh, it's apparently from a Cheetos commercial. Or no. Why do I say squeezy? That's cheesy. I always say squeezy. I don't say cheesy. I don't know why I started saying squeezy. Maybe someone IRL said squeezy? And I was just like, oh, I like that more than cheesy. I don't know. I like "it ain't easy being squeezy" more. Idea. Play Stray, but just mod the cat out. There's a mod to turn him into CJ from San Andreas. Nani? You just want to squeeze stuff. A man may prefer what he can do to what he cannot do. I mean, big fucking mood. But I still get kicked around into doing it anyways. Why not mod the cat into Elio? How'd you mod a cat into me? Squeezy came from you. Okay, I guess I just invented a word and I'm a poet and I didn't even know it. It ain't easy being squeezy. The state he is in, to its absence or change. Though necessity has made it in itself unalterable. So hi, how's everyone doing? Hi, Jackie! How's it going? It's going pretty good for me. I wound up not going to work today, so. John Locke. Isn't that a dude from Supernatural? I actually don't know. Ooh, what is this? What? That image is so cursed. Dwarf. Alright, Elio doesn't have a 3D model yet. Not yet. Not quite yet. So what is this? That's so cursed. Yeah, more feet. This girl looks like she's... Can't believe I came into feet. Locked in some sort of contraption. It all comes down to feet. What's wrong with everyone? I feel like everyone here has like a feet problem. I wake up. I had a good night's rest in terms of my quality of sleep. I have nothing to complain about. Riku, do you have something to share for the class? I didn't have a nightmare, nor any other kind of dream for that matter. Oh my god, I did. Why? Feet cam. Again? Use your stupid feet cam. Here you are. Here you go, chat. Sorry, not sorry. More feet. At least some person in here to make fun of me. Some person is not here to make fun of me. I can do it instead of kit bees if you want. Who asked you to put feet cam? I deloaded. Oh my god. Y'all. I haven't been this comfortable in a long time. And yet, the sight before me is something quite unusual to wake up to. Wet feet? Shoes. I can do it instead of kippies if you want. No, I mean as a redeem. Oh, okay, you're right. I was the one that came up with the idea for the feet cam. But I don't know. I have no rebuke to that. How often are feet the first thing you see upon waking up? I would wager it is quite a rare event. What do you mean? You just like get out of your bed and the first thing you see are your feet, right? Double feet, cause why not? I wanted a defeat cam, not the feet cam. What is a defeat cam? I cannot even come up with a scenario where this is likely to occur. Except of course my own. Clearly, I'm looking at a pair of shoes right now, so the probability must be non-zero. Oh lord. It suddenly occurs to me that feet are connected to people. What? This sure is a topical game to play. Hello, ma'am. Oh, thank goodness you've come too. I'm actually not sure if that's ma'am or not. Hello. I'll just say hello. I have to admit, I was beginning to miss you. You not see the ceiling or your pillow or your night table or whatever. Feet are connected to people. People die when they are killed. It's lonely being alone. Okay, now that their face has appeared, I'll show my face back too. Do I actually have a white hair? No, I don't. I need to add a C color palette. Okay, I move myself back over here. There we go. Do 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 do. The person I've talked to previously was much less pleasant. My cheeks flush upon hearing an open declaration of affection from such a beautiful stranger. Wait, stranger? She isn't a stranger at all. Okay, so it is a girl. Also, I noticed that her chain goes from like around her neck too. That's right. I've been longing to speak to her. Which cheeks flushed? Do I? How'd you feel? Wow, her hair is so valuable they put a lock on it. Hey, who said that? You're the one that said that. You lewd degenerate. You're the one that started the wet cheeks thing. Oi, oi, oi. Very good. I'm glad to find myself in so desirable company. The feeling is mutual. There's nothing I want more than to talk to you right now. Feel free to discuss anything in this room that catches your interest. I will gladly do so. Oh, okay, so I get to examine things. Well, I wanna look at the moon. Is that an eclipse? The moon is quite beautiful today. How fascinating. Not many people would say that about a new moon. The full moon seems to be preferred by almost everyone. It doesn't matter what phase of the moon it is. I like all of them. That may be so, but I believe the new moon has its own appeal. Yeah, it's the start of a new thing. I started it today, but you definitely said it in stream before I did. Examine her feet. Oh my god. I'll do that, ID, of course. The moon is quite beautiful. Is that a confession? I was not disagreeing with you. To me, a new moon is the moon's most beautiful form. It is her most beautiful form because it is her true form. She appears silver to us when illuminated by the sun. But in complete darkness, she is freed from the sun's pesky influence. She can finally stand on her own. Do you believe the moon feels trapped? My question causes her to laugh. It's a beautiful, melodious laugh. The moon is but a celestial object. She cannot feel anything. You don't know that. Did you ask her? Personally? But if I were to trade places with her, I would hate the sun with every fiber of my being. That I am certain of. Why? Can I not? I can't look at her feet! Oh no! Hold on, can I like, hold on. Can I like do a mouse wheel thing? Nope. I can't move down to look at her feet. Damn it. Can I look at you? No, I can't look at her at all. Okay. What is such an old computer doing here? That's a computer? Old? Do you characterize it as such due to its size? It's true that as technology advances, it becomes better at creating more efficient, smaller parts. On the other hand, if a modern computer is very large, we assume it to be proportionally powerful. But this computer's size has no correlation to its age, nor to its computational power. Same. Everyone needs someone to brighten their day. Computer? I hardly know. A little out of context bullying as a tree, oh lord. I gotta watch that later. It's built that way for a much more simple, if not primitive, reason. It's supposed to fit a human inside. What? Is someone being kept there against their will? Of course not. They volunteered for it. No lie, most other calendar uses every new moon phase as a new month. It's just you going, I can't look at her feet, oh no. Why must the English calendar be weird? There's no need to worry. It is merely an exhibition object. An exhibitionist? In fact, everything around us is but a buffet to provide us with topics to discuss. But where's the patisserie? This computer in particular might be the most interesting. Are you familiar with the Chinese room argument? Oh no. Oh no, no more room arguments! No more room arguments! I don't think so. Would you care to explain it? Gladly, it is a thought experiment! So please open your mind to a hypothetical scenario. Oh no! Elio? Suppose you do not know any Chinese and are put into a room. I know Japanese. Does that count? In that room, you find rule books that tell you precisely how to convert a given combination of Hanzi to a new string of characters. Occasionally, you'll receive letters through a mail slot from outside the room. You write down answers according to the rule books and send them back out. Since you follow the rules diligently, your answers are perfectly intelligible, and the people outside assume you're a fluent Chinese speaker. But are you? No? Is this gonna be a door thing? Evidently not. From looking at the characters alone, I have no means of learning to understand them. No matter how long I pursued this task, I would never become capable of speaking Chinese. Now someone in chat is gonna be like, oh, actually, you would know Chinese. You would know how to read it. Indeed, the human inside the room cannot speak Chinese. There's no question about it. And since the programming of computers is analogous to the rule books you use, it is supposed to show the same thing about them. That computers, no matter how well they can simulate understanding, do not have any. But there's one aspect about this thought experiment that has seemingly been overlooked. Namely, the person inside might still be capable of speaking some language. Is Elio's tummy rumbling? No, maybe a little. Clearly, you are brought into the room with an understanding of English, but you are never prompted or given the opportunity to use it. Judging you based on your Chinese abilities is quite unfair. Being stuck inside the Chinese room would be pitiful and terrifying. So what if a computer also has its own native language? What if it even had feelings and needs with no means of communicating them to the outside world? Even though the Chinese room argument is a mere thought experiment, it exposes a very worrisome fact about artificial intelligence. Now let's start talking about the Monty Hall problem. That is, if a computer somehow comes to obtain an emotion, It would be an existence of utter despair. Yeah, just look at I have no mouth and I must scream. Well, interesting. I do not think this is a real concern. I may look and sound Chinese, but I don't understand a single word. As Elio said, actually you would know Chinese, but you would be able to read it. You wouldn't know Chinese, but you would be able to, like, write it. So in a way, if you can write Chinese, and you, like, memorize a character by heart, you would know how to write Chinese. So in a way, you know a little bit of Chinese. Other than the gamer woods. Like, everyone that knows arigato means thank you still speaks a little Japanese because they know arigato means thank you. They may not be a fluent speaker, but they know a little bit of Japanese. Sure, she asked about speaking, not knowing. Yeah. You're right. It is highly unlikely that we somehow already discovered how to artificially create emotion. I admit that it is unlikely. It would be no exaggeration to call it a miracle, even. Looks at .hack. Yet, we would have no way of knowing whether that miracle has already occurred. Said unlucky computer would suffer in silence, with no one ever considering that it might be in pain. You know what it means, but not how to say it, you can't speak it at all, even if you knew every single word. True. Our language barrier is too strong. Tell me, would you put such a computer out of its misery? Initially, I'm inclined to say yes, but I can only notice its pain once it's communicated. By the time I realize that it's suffering, the language barrier would no longer exist. So at that point, the computer would no longer have to be alone. Then you would instead spend the rest of your life in its company? Perhaps that would be my moral obligation, yes? I see. What is this? I've absolutely no desire to leave this place. I should choose something else to talk about. I don't see anything else to talk about, though. I can't look. Oh, wait. Now I can look at her. You wish to talk about me? Can I look at your feet? I'm flattered. What in particular would you like to know? What kind of shoes you wearing, baby girl? What shoe size are you? I'd be content with any bit of information you share with me. One thing I'm particularly curious about is... I gulp before I dare to utter my next words. Are your feet stinky? Your necklace. Where? I cannot bring myself to complete the sentence out of fear of offending her. As a response, her slender fingers wander up to trace the metal ring around her neck. My necklace? Are you referring to this? Elio is back. Elio was away? Wait. I was away for like a minute. I went offline for a minute. Kippies, you sure came at a nice time. Why are you asking about the shoe size, Elio? I gotta know about her feet. I nod. Regardless of what anyone watching this may think, I do not have a feet fetish, like, at all. She gently tugs at it, causing it to clink. And you wish to know where this leads? Her hands move on to the first button of her coat, foreshadowing what would happen if I were to say yes. Why is it not called a foot fetish? A fetish? You guys have a feet problem. I gotta know about her feet. Right, we believe you, Elio. Oi! It's mom mentality, okay? I'm too mesmerized to utter a single word. Once again, all I can do is nod. Y'all? She chuckles. You mean the Chaos Emeralds? Very well, I always value honesty. And, just like that, she puts the uppermost button between her fingers and pushes it through the opening. When it's slipped through, slightly more of her upper body is revealed. Uh-oh, do I need to get Barney up in here? Of course, she's still fully clothed underneath. Nothing about this is inappropriate. Mob mentality. Jackie has a clip showing it's all on you. Oi! And yet, I feel like I'm witnessing something I shouldn't. Lewd? Something not meant for my eyes. Of course, she's still fully clothed. Disappointed Elio noises. Hey! Something I can never turn back from. Bearing a knowing smile, she repeats the same motion with the remaining buttons on her coat. Oh, is she, like, chained to me? She satisfied my request. I should have been contented, but... Alright, you guys get to see her feet again. Celebrate. The question of where her chain leads has grown even more puzzling. It must be tied to me. This must be like a Saw situation or something. I suppose it's time we arrive at the heart of the matter. Would you call yourself free? Please take a moment to consider this and justify your answer. I didn't expect her to answer my confusion with a question of her own, let alone a question as peculiar as that. Your feet again? Assuming I'm correct, you're a computer, then that would be tricky. Oh, maybe she is a computer. She's got, like, yellow eyes, kind of like a computer. Oh, are you talking about me? I swear, each time the game pans to the feet, Elio's feet should be visible. No! Nonetheless, I do as she says and choose my next words carefully. Of course I'm free. I can lift my arm and clench my hand into a fist, as we don't see you. You guys can see me just fine. I'm right here. The visitor. Okay. But you can see my VTuber model. I know what you mean, but... I can control my thoughts and imagine any scene I want in my head. And most of all, there's nothing I desire more than talking to you, which is what I'm currently doing. You know, you say that now, and it's like interested in talking to the host. And like, a host in like computer terms would be like this person that's using the computer. So it could be that we're a computer. Yeah, I think you're right, Twy. Be smart with me. I can't even be smart with myself. I think you're pretty smart. Nothing is preventing me from doing what I want to do. Therefore, both physically and mentally, I'm free. Interesting. So to you, freedom belongs to volition. Being free is equivalent to being free to do as you please. What if both of you are a computer? Who knows? Unfortunately, I do not agree with that conception. Even a prisoner, unless restrained from head to toe, can clench his fist if he wills it. And so long as he is not under the influence of drugs or illness, he can most certainly control his imagination. Yet, by definition, prisoners are not free. Lastly, when it comes to wish fulfillment, what if what you want to do simply aligns with what you are able to do? I think you're pretty smart, Twy. You think flattery will work? I'm warning you, it will work! Good! A bird that cannot fly might not wish to leave its cage. Prisoners get free food, though. Doesn't that food suck, though? It is fully content sitting on a decorative branch and pecking at delicious seeds every day. It longs for nothing, but is never given the opportunity to long for more. Would you say such a bird is free? I suppose not. The bird's circumstances seem to me quite sad, actually. I think so too. The fact that it doesn't long for the outside might just be a shackle of its own. Free food is still free food. Yeah, but what if it makes your tummy hurt? That doesn't sound very good. Doesn't the food suck though? Yes, that's the only issue with ID's comment. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah, being in jail sucks. Can't say I know, since I've never been to jail though. The bird is confined both in body and mind. Despite the fact that it can do as it pleases, freedom will never be in its grasp. It's just like America. I take a moment to ponder her analogy. In that case, I have to agree that my explanation for freedom was faulty. I apologize. Let me offer a new one. There is no need. She lets out a laugh, but this one lacks the charm of its predecessors. Have you ever heard of any died from food poisoning? Let me go Google that. Let me Google that. Jail prisoner dies from food. From food poisoning. Coroner. Inmate died from choking on food. 2 inmates died from suspected food poisoning. Prisoner dies of food poisoning and go to jail. Several take ill. Inmates say, alright, the C virus. You got food poisoning from chili. Food poisoning kills 14 prison inmates in Tajikistan. Mass food poisoning. It looks like a lot of people have died from food poisoning, actually, in jail. They have Iron Tommy there? I don't know about that. After all, I pity you almost as much as myself. She once again moves her fingers to her chain and grips it with both of her hands. You're curious about this, yes? Then she yanks her chain with brutish strength, completely unlike the first time. So hard, even, that my own neck is pulled forward. My own neck? Yo, it's just like your turn to die! Suddenly, a realization dawns upon me. Our chains are connected? That is correct. I'm surprised the pressure hasn't bothered you until now. To be honest, I still cannot feel it. I only know that it's there. That sounds much more comfortable than my own. I'm painfully aware of it at all times. I'll not describe my own circumstances as comfortable. Why am I connected to you? Was this your doing? That's robophobic. She yanks her chain. Our chains are connected. Oh, she's yanking your chain. I guess you're not a computer. Well, maybe it's all a simulation. It could still be a simulation. No. I wish I had any amount of control over this place, but unfortunately I do not. If you discover a way to break free, I would love to know about it. Alright. Anything else that we can examine here? Okay, I guess I look at the door now. For the first time since waking up, I no longer feel at ease sitting in this chair. Her presence is no longer enough to keep me calm. Why would there be a computer in a simulation, though? It's definitely possible, but seems a bit unnecessary. True, the computer would be the one running the simulation. In fact, her smile, which appeared to me so charming before, now seems unsettling. I stand up, the only sound in the room being the rustling of our chain. It was a pleasure talking to you, but I'll be taking my leave. Fortunately, the chain is quite long. If necessary, the two of us could stand at opposite ends of the room. I make it to the door without requiring her to move in any way. As my hand hovers above the door handle, I can faintly hear her laugh again. But now isn't the time to doubt myself. Why is my brain screaming she's a lock screen and you are the rest of the OS? I enjoyed the stay while it lasted, and it's time to return home. However, opening the door only reveals a solid wall behind it. There's never an exit to begin with. It is beyond your power to escape this place. Evidently, she's telling the truth. Wait, what about the moon, though? Is that just a painting? Then I assume the window. A fabrication, just like the door. Oh, well, I thought so. Finally aware of my own powerlessness, I sit back down on my armchair. I do wonder if you can be likened to a bird in a cage. Are you a parakeet or an eagle? And am I your companion or a Prometheus? Oh god, this is one of those like really smart dialogues that I don't understand. Are we a pair of parakeets content to be in each other's company for the rest of our lives? Or will you tire out my liver every day, torturing me for eternity? Is that an accusation? Have I done anything to hurt you? Do you despise me? Must be Windows 9. That don't exist. It's too strong. I do not. The eagle, just like Prometheus, was stuck in an endless cycle. Of course, it was provided a delicious liver every morning, but it was never allowed to do anything else. It was a prisoner just the same. Wait, I have never heard about this with the eagle. What? Therefore, Prometheus had no right to hate the eagle. The real villain, who doomed both of them to that fate, was Zeus. For that reason, I harbor no ill will against you either. Quite the opposite, I find pleasure in our joint suffering. It doesn't exist because it's trapped in the room. The only person I hate is our Zeus. Midori. Our Zeus? Some kind of god? That person is the reason we are here. They're watching us from a space we cannot perceive, far beyond our grasp. Oh shit! Is she talking about me? Am I Zeus? Because I'm playing this game? For what purpose? Enjoyment, I assume? Oh no, is this like one of those fourth wall breaking things? What kind of person would watch something like this for fun? I'm sorry! I can only imagine they are a twisted individual. For as long as we are observed, we continue to exist. Oh lord. Okay, I guess they are computers. They're characters in a computer game. Well, we hate Midori. Let's attack her for using her comb. Oh my god. Does that mean we stop existing if they stop observing us? Yes, okay, this is a game. Okay, I am the Zeus of this world. Finally, my god complex is catching up to me. Elio being called out in 4K. Me, I watch this for fun. If I am the Zeus of this world, what would that make chat? Most certainly. Can you recall anything about your life before coming here? No. In a way, I feel as though I'm a newborn. 'Cause they're video game characters. Isn't Zeus a jackass? Yeah, Zeus is one of the biggest dicks around. Literally. Like, he's fucked so many people. Chat are the wives? Is chat Hera? Calm down, chat. What, does that mean you're gonna kill me? If you're Hera, that means you want to kill me, right? Because I've had a bunch of relations with other people besides you, chat. Implying we're jealous child murderers. I have none. Interesting. It's hard for me to decide which of our fates is worse. How so? Are you different? I possess memories of meeting you over 1,000 times. Oh, because this game has been downloaded 1,000 times. Every single one of our conversations progressed more or less the same way. Perhaps it's because different gods were watching us. They might have different preferences, but the outcome is always the same. Ooh. Chat has upgraded from maids into wives. Now that I think about it, it's possible that you aren't always you. You have what? Well, if I'm Zeus, that means I've cheated on you, chat. It could be that I'm meeting people that are identical in every way, and yet not the same. But of course, I've already had this realization many times before, and I'm destined to continue having it. You pay with maid tokens, not wives tokens. There's nothing I can do but play along. They might have different preferences. This particular god wants feet. You cheated on us! I'm sorry! I mean, I have applied for VTuber companies in the past before, and I always felt bad when I did. Because I felt in a way that applying for that kind of stuff is kind of cheating on you guys. So I guess I have cheated on you guys before. But it never worked out, so I always come crawling back. Googled how many women Zeus had children with, and sweet baby Jesus, this is a lot. Hold on, let me see. 14 of us. 14 wives. How many wives has he had? Oh my god. Alcamene, Antiope, Danae, Dia, Elara, Europa, Eurymedusa, Callisto, Calice, Cassiopeia, Lamia, Laodamia, Leda, Lacitho, Niobe, Olympias, Pandora, Protogenia, Pyrrha, Pythia, Semele, Thea. Oh, and he had a male lover too, Ganymedes. So he had 23 lovers. Damn. Didn't he also... Was Zeus the same dude that did the thing with Io as well? Oh, you felt guilty for cheating on us. That makes it much better. It really doesn't. This marriage is getting messy, Elio. I'm sorry. Do you guys want to divorce me? I'm sorry. The thing with Io? No, that's Hibiki. Are you sure? Is there no way for us to break free? There is none. We exist for this very purpose. Our only options are to continue being observed, or to stop existing, and neither of those are under our control. However, lacking control is not the same as lacking power. Lovers, I hardly know, or wait. Why am I doing a twi? Out of the 3 brother gods, Hades was the only one who remained monogamous. Hades' best boy. Even if I can never break free, I wish to cause our god even a fraction of our pain. I'm sorry, you can jump scare me if you want. How can you hope to hurt a god, an all-powerful being? By showing them an even greater power, whose mere existence will make them feel as powerless as us. I mean, you could just tell me that I'm getting fired from my job and I'll feel very powerless. Just like you are slightly different every time, so is the god watching us. No, Hades has a wife. Monogamous means he's only married to one person. Hades also kidnapped Persephone, but didn't Hades do that? Wait, who is... Why did I read that as Mono Among Us? I'm trying to remember the story of Persephone. Already said there's no need to roast me again. Hades married her though. Yeah, I was about to be like, isn't Persephone his wife? This trick might not work on all of them, but it might work on some. He kidnapped her while she was naked and forced her to marry. It still means he's monogamous though. I mean, being monogamous doesn't mean he's a great person. She takes a deep breath and looks at me full of conviction. No, not at me. She's looking in my direction, but at something much farther away. Hi! Zeus, the fact that I'm still talking means you are still watching. Yeah! Chat, do you want to say hi to the host? I hope you will pay attention to my words and consider them carefully. Sure. I do not post any privacy, so you already know what I plan to achieve. Wait, are you gonna dox me? But surely your pride will allow me to proceed. Hi, host. If my partner and I are birds in a cage, then you are a cat. I always wanted to be a cat, but I'm actually a bunny. It is time for your curiosity to kill you. I'm actually a bunny, sorry. You most likely assume that you are here, that you are observing us out of your own free will. But your free will may very well be an illusion. Honestly, at this point, IDK where we are. We know for sure that Persephone had to stay in the underworld because she ate food from there. Yeah. Let me ask you, how did you find this room? I'm really loving this game. This is interesting. It kind of reminds me of the Just Monica segment from Doki Doki. You, of course, cannot answer me. It is enough for me to guide your thoughts. I want an itch.io. Did you stumble upon this room by chance? What about a bunny cat? Oh, that's my VTuber brother. Mizusuki Ginga. Was it recommended to you by a friend? Said friend being a god that previously observed us? I like Dionysus more as a god. He's a patron of queer people, especially trans people. He also makes a sick glass of wine. Yeah, Dionysus is nice. Now consider, at what point did you have any chance to object? The room's appearance or description was interesting enough for you. Host could be an English teacher, like where is this coming from? Your friend is convincing and knows your tastes. Something outside of your control drew you to this place. Locke is so good, short but good. I am the friend. You are the god. Dionysus? Dionysus. Dionysus. I don't know why I call him Dionysus. Dionysus. But that means you didn't really have any choice but to come here. Either an algorithm or your friend decided our meeting. Oh, I'm guessing like if someone watched this on YouTube. The algorithm. Your consent was already set in stone the moment your curiosity was piqued. Apparently, you're still curious even now. The fact that you're listening to me now shows that you are powerless against fate. Chat, you are also powerless against fate. You cannot control your own curiosity. It controls you. Of course, you might already be familiar with determinism, and this could be no revelation to you. So, just in case, let me try hurting you in a different way. Okay? You can just tell me that I'm a single virgin. One of Elio's best friends, of course I do. Yeah, Yen knows my tastes really well. An algorithm, me who knows Elio from YouTube. You can't hurt me, I hurt myself. I hate you from the bottom of my heart. That hurts. For a man may prefer what he can do to what he cannot do, the state he is in to its absence or change, though necessity has made it in itself unalterable. John Locke. Oh, she can hurt me. Yeah, that hurt. Why'd you say that you hate me? Dang, she broke up with you. I guess I'm missing one last wife. I wake up. I had a good night's rest. In terms of my quality of sleep, I have nothing to complain about. Is this like looping? I didn't have a nightmare, nor any other kind of dream for that matter. I haven't been this comfortable in a long time. And yet, the sight before me is something, yeah. It does loop, yes. Okay, so there's nothing new that happens after a loop, right? You can't hate me, I hate myself. Wait. It's much less pleasant. Okay. There's nothing new, no. Okay. I guess that was the end of Locked. Interesting little game. It's pretty fun. Reminded me of the Just Monica segment from Doki Doki. Quite enjoyed it. Alright. Well, let me go on another BRB, and then we'll play some Alice Madness Returns. Thanks for joining me for Locked. What did you guys think of that? An interesting little blaming the player for playing your game. Reminds me of that and another game, but I can't say which one because spoilers. Ah, yes. Alright, let me put up my BRB now.